of us. I want to acknowledge the convener of this institute, Mr. Sadiq Mansour. I want to commend you for the brilliant job you are doing with this institute, the Institute of Applied Knowledge. Thank you so much. And I look forward to an enriching session this evening with every one of us. So we're going to dive straight into the business of today. And this evening, of course, from week one, we have been handling different aspects of entrepreneurship. And so this evening, we're going to be talking about business registration and product standardization. Mr. Sadiq, I'm trying to share my screen.
Okay.
But I think I seem to be having a little challenge.
Okay. Can you share now?
Can you? Yeah.
Just download. No, we can't see it yet. Okay, it's coming up.
Okay. Can you see it now?
No, yeah, I think I'm the one appearing on the screen. Can anyone see the screen? The presentation?
Okay.
Yeah, I think she needs to open the folder for this slide first. Yes, if she opens it that way.
I've done that.
Okay, it's coming up.
Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Because I can see it from my end.
Okay,
yes,
I can also see it from my own hand too.
Oh, okay. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So you can see it now?
No. Then you've gone back again. So you have to leave it on that same page where you have the slide. It has to be there all through.
Yes. Anyway, let me go back. I think I mistakenly clicked on something. Okay, I've seen it. My apologies. Is it there now?
It's not showing, not yet.
But I can see it from here.
Yeah, you need to share it. You have to open it on your screen first. Open it down, then you now go to share and select the part and select.
That's what I'm doing.
Where do you have it? Is it on my document or do you save it on? Okay, so it's coming up now. It's fine now. We can see it now.
Can you see clearly now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so let's move in quickly. This evening, like I said, we're going to be talking about business registration and product standardization. That's what we're going to be dealing with this evening. And, you know, I'm so glad that we've been talking about different aspects of our businesses. And I believe that the facilitator purposely put this segment towards the end or at the end, so to speak, because if you talk about all the other aspects of your business, and at the end of the day, you're not legally recognized, it means that you are still thinking locally, permit me to put it that way. And so business registration and standardization is very important in any business, particularly if you want to go far. So this evening, the first segment is talking about business registration. So what exactly is business registration? And I put it here that business registration is the process of formally recognizing and recording a company or a venture or an enterprise with the appropriate government authorities or agency. So why business registration? Basically, the law requires that for you to go into business, you should be registered and you should be properly registered. And because of how important it is, that is why there is an agency of government that is in charge of registering businesses in Nigeria. And not just in Nigeria, in other parts of the world, there is a body that has been designated to register businesses. So simply put, business registration has to do with you formally registering your company for it to be recognized. And the purpose is to make your business a legal entity, to make that business legally recognized, established, and to separate it, to make it distinct from you, the owner. So the purpose of business registration is not just to register it and have it documented somewhere. There is a reason why we register businesses. And one of the major reasons is that that business becomes a legal entity, a legal body. So it's not just an individual. It's not just, for instance, Aliu Yusuf. He has a business.
Hello, I think we are losing our trainer to network. Let's wait for her. I believe she will join us, but she will definitely join. Hello? Sorry, can you still hear me? Can anyone still hear me? Anyone on the call? Can you just say something? Let me know it is
Yes,
not
I
from
can
my
hear
head.
you, sir.
Okay, it's
Yes,
not from
I
my
can
head.
hear you.
Okay, so it's a trainer. Let us wait for her. Let's give her a few minutes. She'll be here. So how many of us have registered our business? Anyone with the experience, if you've registered your business or your company? Madam Naomi, you want to say something? I can see you unmute yourself. You want to speak?
I have a registered company, but not for this business I'm doing. It's a different ballgame entirely. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
for
I
different companies.
still need to register this. Yes, I still need to register for the fashion designing I'm up on.
Okay. Wow, that's good to know. So the first company you register, what is the kind of product or services that you offer?
Okay, I do interior and exterior painting, house painting, and I do it myself. I don't give it out. I do it along with a couple of people I work with until I broke my ankle and fought for some years.
Wow. So sorry about
Yes,
that. So sorry to hear that. So is that why you stopped doing the business?
Yeah, one of the reasons why I stopped is because a lot of the houses I go for, so many of them, apart from the referrals I was getting before I broke my ankle, you see estate developers tell you they already have
Hello, Madam
their
Naomi.
painters, they already have them.
Okay, we can hear you
Sorry,
now.
getting the job became an issue. So I got discouraged. That's the word to use. And I can't climb scaffold anymore because not because of the accident, but at the same time, I can't handle the chemicals we use for whatever work we are doing. So I had to pause on that.
Okay. So now you
Yes,
have
sir.
diversified the company now to at least to this fashion business.
Yeah, but I can't use the same name. That's the thing.
So why can't you use the same name? I think there is a particular thing that the lawyers used to do. They call it, is it like an object you had? If you are adding maybe more objects, although the facilitator will be able to explain. I know some people, there is a room for that. You can maybe resubmit an application that your business is also going to cover this new area instead of doing a new business name from the scratch.
I honestly would have loved to do that, but I would prefer to do a business name separately for this because my daughters would also be the one majorly running this. I would run alongside my children, but I want a different entity so that they would be able to control and run it themselves without me, even if I'm not. So that's why I hope to register for this particular, because they are experienced. Like my eldest daughter is experienced with the sewing and all that, even though she's in school at the moment. But I feel she'll be able to pick up as soon as she's back, because once she's on holidays, she tries to make dresses to sell. So I want to start this separately, sir.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yes, sir.
Madam Facilitator, you are back. Sorry. Network issue, I guess.
My apologies. My network just went off. I'm so sorry.
No problem. So you can share your screen again. So can you go ahead and share your screen? Hello, Madam Facilitator. Hello. Madam Mary, are you with us? I think she is still having an internet issue. Okay, you're back now.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
This internet just is acting up today.
In fact, I think it's the weather. You know, some parts of
It is
Abuja.
well.
Exactly.
Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Not yet.
But it's up.
Is okay. You have to share it.
Yes, I've already clicked on share. I don't know why it's not coming up. Okay, my internet is hanging. How about now?
Not yet. We've not seen it.
Okay.
You have to open it first on your desktop and try to locate
It's opened.
it. It's opened.
It's
Okay.
opened. It's
Let me
opened.
make it. Okay. Let me see.
Am I still a co-host? Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Okay, I still am.
Yes, you are still on as a co-host.
Okay.
Okay, it's coming up.
Why are you so slow? Okay. Please confirm that you can see my screen.
And not the main document itself, is your documents folder that we are seeing here. So you need to open the
But
PowerPoint itself.
it's
Yes, you have to.
opened. It's opened.
What we are seeing here is just like a folder from your quick. Okay, yeah, you have to start anyway.
Oh wow. But it's open. Let me just log it off and start afresh. Because
Okay.
it's opened here.
We are sharing the screen. I think it has to be the particular tab that you have to share.
I've done that.
Open the document first, and after you open the document, you now select the name of the document. It will appear. Is it coming up?
It's coming up, but it's not sharing.
Wow.
So I'm surprised.
Can I share from my hand?
Of course.
Okay,
How
I think
about
we
now?
can see it now. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
better now.
Okay,
Is
now
it
that's fine.
clear?
Yes.
Okay, because it's opened from my end, so I don't know why it wasn't showing. Okay, so I was taking out, where did we stop? I don't know. Can someone refresh our memory? What the last thing you heard?
Yes, I think we are still on why we need to register our business, not this particular point. I think we are still on slide 2. We're trying to at least finalize with your point on slide 2. Yes, this is where we are.
So, okay. So I was saying, I said that I was trying to tell us what business registration meant. And I said, simply put, it's a process of formalizing your business or of recognizing your business by a government authority. That's what business registration simply means. And I said, why do we need to register our business? Somebody may ask, but I'm doing well. I have customers, I have clients, my business is booming. Why should I register it? And I said, there is a purpose for which the law requires us to register our businesses. And I said, one is that it will give you a legal identity. The law will not treat you as a person, but as a business. So your business will have a legal identity. Secondly, I said it will have a personality different from you, the individual, different from you, the owner. And also, it's a form of compliance with the laws and the regulations of the land, because it is a requirement of the law that every business should be registered, should be formally registered. So when you do that, you are complying with the law. I also said to us that it will give you credibility before investors, before your customers, before partners. And I was trying to say that when they put you side by side with a business that is not formally registered, you will have more trust in the eyes of potential customers and investors. People seem to see you as more genuine than the other person whose business is not registered. And that is why it is good for your business to be registered. It makes you more attractive because people feel that you're more reliable than just an individual whose business is not registered. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. And then I said we have different types of business registrations. The one that is most common is what we call business name. That means the one-man business. They call it sole proprietorship or a one-man business. It is the one that they call venture business name. Some people call it a business name or an enterprise. Now, this particular one is the simplest. It has less stress, less trouble. So you as an individual, as Naomi or as Aliu or as Mary, you're starting small. Even if it's kunu you're selling, or you bake, or you're a tailor, and you feel that, oh, I'm just starting out. This is the most appropriate one for you to register under. This one doesn't have much stress and trouble with taxes and all that. It is very simple. Partnerships also use this business name. You and your friend, you feel like you want to partner on a certain business, you can go through the business name registration. Next is what we call the limited liability company. That one is more tasking, is a bit more technical than the business name. This one is for slightly bigger companies. Now, of course, as individuals, you can decide that you want to start with a limited liability company, which is okay. It all boils down to what exactly you want to do with that business registration. So if you're going to be one who is going to go into bigger contracts, people will take you more seriously with a limited liability company compared to someone with a business name. Because in this part of the world, we see business name as one-man business, which that is what it is. And so people may feel like you can easily up and go or abscond with their monies. But if you're a limited liability company, you're not just a one-man show business. You have directors, you have other people in the company. And so people think that, okay, you're going to be more credible and you can take on bigger business opportunities that will present itself to you, bigger transactions. So that's the difference between a business name and a limited liability company. We also have what they call incorporated trustees. They call it IT. This type of business registration is for communities, clubs, associations, not-for-profit organizations. Those are the ones that come under what we call incorporated trustees. We have the NGOs. We have churches can be registered under this. Social clubs can be registered under this, like Rotary, for instance, can be registered under this. And so many other organizations. Your school alumni, some of them are registered under incorporated trustees because they are not-for-profit organizations, and so much more. Are we still together at this point?
Yes, we are together.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, can I ask question?
Okay. I was going to ask that if we are together, is there anybody
Yes.
that has any question?
Yes, I have
Please
a
go
question.
ahead.
Yes, as
Okay.
regarding to the limited by shares, that is for the non-profit making organization.
Yes, that's the
So
incorporated trustees.
incorporated trustees. So does it mean that any of their businesses that they maybe engage in, they are not supposed to make a profit? Is that the meaning?
Yes.
So what happens
Most
if they now make
incorporated
profits? What happens to them when they make profit? Have they gone beyond what has been specified by the law?
Yes. If you begin to make profit, you have gone beyond the scope. You're now supposed to register a business. So now the good thing is that as incorporated trustees, you can have a business component, but it will no longer be under incorporated trustees. You have to register it separately from the umbrella body. So for instance, you have some organizations that are not for profit. Maybe they started out as volunteer organizations, and maybe one of their core objectives was to reach out to people for educational purposes. And then you find that rather than just paying school fees for these children or doing educational activities, why don't we start a school? So you can start, you find that some of them start these schools as actually not for profit, but in the process, they make profit. If you're plowing back that profit into the organization, there's no problem. But whereby you begin to, of course, the school is open to other people, they're paying school fees, you're making some money from it, that's no longer an incorporated trustee. That's a company that is making profits. So the objectives of your company is what will determine whether it's a business for profit or not for profit. And that's why the law has segmented these types of business registrations. So you know from the get-go what exactly you're going into. If it's a charity organization, a not-for-profit, then you just register it as incorporated trustee. If you want to begin to make money, please have a business name or a limited liability company. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Then there's another, you're welcome. There's another type of business registration. They call that one limited by guarantee. Limited by guarantee is also another form of business registration. They call it business registration, but it's not for business purposes. It's also not for profit. Limited by guarantee organizations are the ones that chart a certain course. For instance, education. They're advocates for education. You go under limited by guarantee. So it's a whole lot, and of course we don't have all the time, but I just thought to throw out the types of registrations that we have. And when you identify where you belong, then you'll be able to know how to go about it, because the requirements for each of them are different. I listed out some. Let me see, after this, I'll list out some for us, but it all depends on which particular type you want. That will determine the requirement, but most of the requirements are similar. It's just a few things that differ. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the possible challenges of business registration? We must know that for whichever business registration type you opt for, definitely there are expectations, there are requirements, and there are possible challenges. What are the possible challenges? Legal and regulatory complexity. What do we mean by that? It is the law that requires that these businesses be registered, but some of them can be complex and confusing, and you may need someone to guide you through. So, but when you understand and you're able to comply with all the requirements for whichever type of business registration you want to get into, then you have a smooth ride. So know that understanding and complying with these laws or regulatory requirements sometimes can be complex. Sometimes it's a long list of things you have to do, do's and don'ts. Partly for new entrepreneurs that may not have experience, in dealing with some of these issues, legal issues. Another thing is that at times these laws and regulations change. They change over time. So as a business or as a business owner, you have to be alert, you have to be vigilant, you have to read up, you have to be current to know the changing laws or requirements in your particular field for you to always be in line with the law or to always comply with that which is required of your type of business. For instance, when you register a business, you're supposed to be paying annual returns every year. So you need to know all that is required of you to be able to comply. Then another thing is tax issues. Tax can be a bit technical, it can be tricky, it can be intricate, but it depends on the business activity you are engaged in. And like I was trying to say, tax returns for business name and limited liability companies is not the same. It can't be the same. Limited liability companies, they are bigger. They should take up more responsibilities. So this issue of tax sometimes can be challenging for business owners, particularly for small businesses or new businesses. But you must know that no matter what, it is important that you are registered, irrespective of these challenges. And it is important that you keep adequate records, your financial books, your
Hello, Madam Mary, are you still with us? I think we've lost her again. I don't think she's still with us. The network is, wow. We're having issue this evening with network.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
Am I still audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So that is that. What are the steps to register a business? I told us that there are different types of business registrations and there are different steps. First of all, know the business structure that you want to have. When you know your business structure, that will help you to determine the legal and organizational of your business. So you must know that there will be things like taxation. You'll be able to know the operational flexibility. You should be able to know all that your business is going to go into. So you have a proper structure for it. When you have a proper structure, that would help you know whether you want to do a business name, you want to do an incorporated trustee, is it an NGO you're going to be running? Is it a limited liability company? Is it a limited by guarantee? When you know your objectives, basically your business structure, your objectives will help you find a structure for your business, because that will determine how you structure your business. Then you select a business name. Selecting a business name is very, very important, because a name says or speaks volumes about a person, a business, or a thing. So choose a unique name, a name that is unique to you, a name that is unique to your business objectives. Choose a name that is memorable, that will align with your vision, your mission, and your goals. Choose a name that will be so catchy to your audience, a name that is ideal for the particular business that you're going into. For instance, you're going into catering services, food, sale of food or baking, thing that has to do with food. And then you're choosing a name that has to do with maybe electronics, like something completely off. I don't know if somebody can give me an example here, or if you've seen businesses that the name does not align with the vision or with the audience, or it doesn't even go, it doesn't match. You hear a name and you're wondering, what are they into? Has anybody seen any business like that, name like that, and you want to share? Are we still together? Hello?
Yes, we are together.
Yes,
We'll
yeah,
edit.
yeah.
Okay, Madam Naomi, would you like to share your
Okay.
experience? Or Aliyu, or Ola, Yemi, or Miriam?
No.
Okay. So what I'm saying is pick a name that is really catchy and interesting. A name that when people see it, they'll be attracted to it. Is that point clear?
Yes, please.
Okay. Next is for you to obtain licenses. That one, it depends on the kind of business you're going into. If it's medicine, if it's engineering, if it's law related, there are certain businesses that you go into that you require licenses, certification. You can't be an engineer. You want to go into building or construction and you are not certified. You don't have proficiency certificates. You are not registered with Koren. There's a problem. Or you want to start a chemist or a farmer, you need proficiency certificates. Nobody wants to risk their life or risk their money on doesn't have license. And the law requires licensing for certain kinds of businesses, either for health purposes, for environmental purposes, for zoning purposes. There are different kinds of permits and licenses. So your business, will you need a license or not? And finally, you register with the appropriate authority. And in this case, in Nigeria, the body recognized for registering businesses is the Corporate Affairs Commission, which we call CAC. Now, common requirements for a business registration. I listed them all out. Whenever you're ready, your lawyer will help you to guide you and for you to provide these requirements. You need, like I already said, you need a business name. That one is number one. When you get your business name, they will search whether that name is available or not. And availability will depend on whether somebody else has used that name before or whether that name is so similar to an already existing business name. If you pick a name that is so similar to another already existing business name, it will not be approved. Why? They don't want your business to be so similar as to the point where your business is being mistaken for another person's business. For example, Adebisi Johnson Nigeria Limited, and your own business name is Adebisi Nigeria Limited. Somebody saying Adebisi, they don't even want to check whether there's Johnson. They think it's the same business. So if your name is so similar to another, it will be denied. You need to get an alternative name. There are also certain phrases in business names that are not registrable. Those words are not registrable. Some of them are preserved for the government and you cannot use those names or those words or phrases. For example, zenith, I beg your pardon. For example, revenue. Revenue has to do with government. So if you put a business name with the word revenue in it, it will be denied. You would have to speak another name. So your personal details, the objectives of the company, the emails, phone number, office address, identity, forms of identity for the directors or the partners. If it's for one-man business and you have another partner, your means of identification, name that has been reserved, shareholders. For limited liability companies, you need shareholders, you need their details. All those things you will supply for the registration. Now, what are the benefits of business registration? Somebody may ask, this business registration, it has challenges. So me, I don't want problem. Please let me just sit in my one corner and be doing my business, kobo kobo. No, that is small thinking. For everything that has challenges, there are solutions and there are benefits. So when you look at the benefits, it far outweighs the challenges that may come. Now, one of the benefits of business registration, okay, I think I already told us at the beginning, is that it will give you legal recognition. It makes your business legitimate. It makes your business valid. It makes your business genuine. That alone is a big benefit that you can't afford to toy with. Secondly, it will protect your brand. It will protect your intellectual property. It's your idea. When you register it, you are protected. The law protects you. So if somebody else wants to steal your brand, your name, your trademark, the law protects you. You can actually sue that person if you're able to prove that your own name or your own business or your brand or your intellectual property was first in time. What else does registering a business do for you? It gives you access to financial services. It gives you access to loans. It gives you access to investors. I already said that at the beginning. When your business is registered, you're taken more seriously. What else does registering your business do? It protects you from personal liability. If anything goes wrong with your business, they won't come to your house and come and take your properties. If you're in debt, no, they will treat the business as a legal entity. And that's what is going to happen. So it is the assets of the company, that will be dealt with in order to sort out the problems or clear the debts where possible, where there's enough assets to be able to liquidate the liabilities on ground, if any. What else does it do for you? It gives you visibility. It makes you transparent because you can't deal carelessly like when you would do if you are just one man business. You know that something is at stake when you are formally registered. So what I'll say to you is get a lawyer to help you with your business registration today. At this point, I'll pause and take questions, if any, before we proceed to the second segment, which has to do with product standardization. Hello.
Hello, do we have anyone that would like to ask a question? Floor is open. Unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, I'll take it that it's clear and we are together.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move on to product standardization. What is product standardization? Can somebody try? Let's get views. What do you, when you hear product standardization, what comes to mind?
I think for me, it has to do with
Anybody wants to
quality.
give a shot?
It has to do with quality.
That's the
Yes.
word. Good. It has to do with quality. Yes. Naomi wants to say something. Okay. Basically, it has to do with quality. Product standardization is the process of establishing and adhering to a set of uniform specifications, guidelines, or technical criteria. For what purpose? For design, production, and quality of goods or services. So the key word here is quality. Quality, the quality of goods and services that you provide. So when you adhere to the process of establishing quality, the process of adhering to certain criteria, certain guidelines for the production of a particular service or quality, that is product standardization. Now, these standards, why do we need product standardization? Why do we need quality? It is to ensure that products meet a consistent level of quality. Consistent, not that today you have good quality, tomorrow is poor. The key word there is consistency. So these standards, the requirement is that you are able to meet a consistent level of quality, safety, performance, regardless of where they are manufactured or sold. So irrespective of where your factory is or your business is located, you are expected to have a consistent level of quality, a consistent level of safety, a consistent level of performance. Are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Good. Now, why is it important to have standards for your products to be of good quality? The first reason is that you have quality assurance. Secondly, you have access to markets and trade facilitation. What else does product standardization do for you? You have consumer confidence. Your customers are confident in your products when they know that, when I buy from Aliu, I can close my eyes, I can go to sleep because he does not joke with quality. Naomi does not joke with quality. Henry, I have confidence in him because he delivers his services excellently. So this is not just about physical products. Yours may be a service that you render. Are you rendering this service with quality, with excellence, with standard? Are you consistent? That is what product standardization is all about. Another reason why it is important is the safety and risk mitigation. Standardization ensures that there is safety in the use of a particular product. I'm sure you know about medications, drugs. That's why we have NAFDAC. And that it is for, so if people don't buy medications that are expired or of low quality, and the lives of people are at risk. So what standardization does is that there's safety and there's risk mitigation. That means the risk will be reduced. The risk of having low quality products will be reduced. The risk to lives will be reduced when there's standardization. Now we move to who can benefit from product standardization. Everybody. Who wants to deal with low quality goods or services? Nobody. And so everybody gets to benefit from product standardization. We have stakeholders, which include consumers, your customers, even the manufacturers, and the regulators. Everybody benefits from it. So consumers, for example, for customers, when you produce, when your goods or your services are of high quality, you help the consumers, the customers, to be able to be informed about products and how to take decisions on which product to patronize. So when there's quality, of course, and they see products that do not have quality and yours that is qualitative, it helps them to take good decisions. They decide, oh no, I'm not going for low quality products. I'm going for the higher quality products. So that is what standardization does. It helps the customers to be able to make quality decisions on what they want to purchase from the market, on which service they want to get. Manufacturers, how do they benefit from clear guidelines that streamline production processes and facilitate market access? The manufacturers also benefit because if manufacturers are manufacturing low quality products, they know that they won't have free access to the markets because the regulators are busy going after them to ensure that they manufacture good quality products. What about regulators? Regulators use standards to ensure compliance with safety and quality regulations. So that is the job of regulators. They will make sure that people comply with safety and quality regulations. Why? So that the consumers are protected. There's consumer protection. Are we still together?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
We
we
are
are
with you.
together.
Yes.
I want to be sure I haven't lost anybody. Quality product. Who doesn't want to have a 5-star when they are reviewing your product or reviewing your service? Everybody likes to get a high score. Everybody likes to be graded high. Now, the bodies that are responsible for product standardization. In Nigeria, we have this SON. We call them the Standard Organization of Nigeria. We also have NAFDAC. We know those bodies already. International bodies, we have the International Standards Organization, we have the American National Standards Institute, we have the American Petroleum Institute, and a host of others. It's not just these ones, there are so many. But for our own case here, we have the SON and NAFDAC, which are in charge of standardization in Nigeria and ensuring that quality is not compromised in any way. So here I have some sample products comparison. This, the first picture there, talks about quality, high quality. This has to do with natural foods, while the second one seem to be processed. And you
Sorry,
see
we
here,
can't see a picture. I can't see any picture. Sorry, no slide.
oh wow. Anybody else with the same complaint?
That's true. We don't want to
No slide.
interrupt you. We don't want to interrupt you before. That is why I have to allow you to continue speaking.
Oh wow. Okay. Let me see. I think it stopped. It probably stopped. But we're almost done.
I think you can continue with the explanation if it's not showing up.
How about now?
You're able to share your screen, but we can't see the presentation.
It's open now.
I can't see it. I don't know if anyone can see the presentation. Can anyone see it?
No.
Okay, no. Okay, we can just go ahead. Madam Facilitator,
Okay.
we can go ahead. Yes.
Yeah,
Can just
let's,
help,
because
we can
rounding
help
up
us.
now.
Maybe what you
so
can do
that-
for us is to do more description so that we can have a sense of the picture. I can see myself on the screen.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, basically the pictures, I was just showing products, different products, those with low poor quality and those with high quality. And then some were differentiating between the fake and original. You don't want your product or your service to be classified as fake or low quality. So I was showing us the difference and that how quality products, helps customers to make decisions when patronizing a particular product. And that's why you find that some products have more customers than some, particularly those who know quality and who want to go after good quality. So we must be able to distinguish our businesses from those of low quality and make sure that we stand out in our different endeavors. So that's what I was trying to explain, but I'm not able to. So can you see my screen now?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay, in order not to waste much time further, the next thing I was going to talk about is why you should adhere to product standardization. Okay, I think I've already explained that. My screen says legal compliance. That means you're complying with legal requirements. And then market access and expansion. When people know that your product is of good or high quality, definitely you get more clients. And by so doing, you're able to expand your business more. Because I mean, if people run to you because they know that you deliver quality, it will get to a point you won't even be able to meet up with demands from your clients or from your customers. And what that does is that it will differentiate your product or your service from that of another. Another thing is that it will allow you to be more creative, to be more innovative when you make sure that your products are of good quality and high standard. What else would it do for you is that it will help you to save costs. To save costs in the sense that when you have substandard products or services, your customers come to you. If they are not satisfied, for some, you will have to redo that work. You have to produce again. you have to render an extra service. Why do you have to go through that trouble instead of you doing something that is of good quality and you do it well and deliver? But if you don't, you find out that you have to lose money in some cases, and that will not be good for you. So it's safer, it's better for you to just do what you need to do efficiently and mitigate the risk that will be associated with poor quality. And with these points of mine, I believe that we have learned one thing or the other. That will bring me to the end of this presentation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I'm open to any questions or clarification, and I hand over to the facilitator, Mr. Sodiq. Thank you very much.
Please, can we unmute ourselves and appreciate our facilitator for the day? Thank you so much for the educative section. I have learned a lot, but before I mention what I've learned, I would like to invite questions from our entrepreneurs. Do you have any question that you'd like to ask? Any clarification, any further explanation of a particular concept? Open. Thank you, Aliyu. Applause. Madam Naomi, you want to say something? You want to ask a question?
But they could also share one or two things. Yeah, you can also share what
okay, Aliyu want to speak.
You have gained
Aliyu, you can go ahead.
Today.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Mary. That was a wonderful training session and a mind-blowing one. Yeah, I took interest in registering the company's name when you said something about the chances of CAC rejecting similar names. In fact, that's been my issue for the past 2 months. I've been trying to register a name, Corporate Coffee, but I noticed someone way back 1992 or 1993 registered that name, but added limited to his own. The bad side of it is that the name no longer, the company no longer functions as of now. So trying to register it has been an issue. It has not been working. So a friend of mine just brought another way to register it, not before your training today, and she suggested that I added, instead of using limited or something else, that I should make it Corporate Coffee International. While the Corporate Coffee will join together as a way of trying to outsmart CAC or something else. Do you think it's advisable I go with that? And it's a branding that I truly want to keep, particularly because I started using it online and people are already getting used to it. And it would be a shame if I don't, get to register it as soon as possible. But it has become so difficult trying to register the name because CAC is not alive. Not until a friend of mine, I think she has been able to do a name search on it, and she said, no, this will work if I go with international. But the international doesn't seem classy enough, especially in Nigeria when you have ventures. I sometimes don't value companies that I see the word ventures. I just feel like, another local name or something like that. What would you suggest that I do in this case? Particularly, I don't want to throw off that name. It's becoming an established name, kind of. And it's a name that resonates with my ideas and all.
Thank you very much, Aliyu, for that question. So we await Madam Facilitator to respond to the question.
Okay. My other device logged me out, but I want to be sure that I heard your question. Or I stopped at the point where you said the name no longer exists or the business no longer exists, but you want to register that same name. So in order to differentiate your own business from the other existing one, you need to tweak the name in a way that will not make it so similar to the other one. Right? Is that where we
Yes,
are?
yes. That's where we are now.
Okay. So I didn't get the concluding part, but usually what happens in such situations is that you can get two other words or phrases to add to your own to differentiate it. So for instance, you said corporate coffee. Did I get the name
Yes,
correctly?
yes, you do.
So you can have yours as, let's say, corporate coffee solutions or global solutions, something like that. You can have corporate coffee global solutions or corporate coffee global resources or something, like two other words to differentiate. If yours is going to be limited, then you have to put limited at the end. But if yours is going to be business name, you can just put those two words and that will make it a bit of difference. Or corporate something in between before coffee. That way there's a little bit of difference. I don't know if that has helped.
Yes, I think it has. I'll just try it again during the week and see how it goes this time.
How it goes. Okay. Then do you have an alternative name? Or you really, really still want to use that corporate coffee?
I would have loved to change it, but I feel like it's already late. It's something that, I've been working on and I would like to, is getting this momentum right now and trying to just change it all over again. It will send a bad signal concerning the brand itself that no, I don't think these people are ready. I made that mistake long time ago and I don't want to make that a similar mistake. But the good part of it is that the similar firm, that other firm using the other firm using corporate coffee have not been in existence for quite some time now. They've not really been active because I checked through the CAC website. Beneath the company profile, they wrote inactive since 1999. For quite some time now. They've not really been active because I checked the company.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Hello, Madam Facilitator, are you still with us? I think we've lost.
There are lots of companies like that, a lot. But the thing is, CSA will not Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yes, I was saying that since it's a company that hasn't been functional for so long, you should know that that company is not ready to. But over here, it doesn't work that way. They will leave it on the roster, and there's nothing we can really do. So I understand.
Hello, Madam Facilitator, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's fine. Are you done with Aliyu question? Okay, any other person would like to ask a question? Please, you can go ahead.
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, please. Ahead, please.
Yes, ma'am, I have a registered business which bears the name Inigo Multi Solutions. And I thought I could use it. I don't know. I'm thinking I could also use it for my fashion designing thing. But that name does not, just like you said, like somebody wanting to register for a medical place and you end up using a name that does not connect, or it's not even saying anything relating to what you want to do. So I decided I was going to, for the fashion designing, I decided, okay, I will do Pair and Stitches. Even though I actually spoke to Aliyu as regards it, I chose two business names and felt, okay, the one I decided to use is the Pair and Stitch. That's because when you talk about pair, you can pair clothes, and when you talk of stitch, you can put them together to make a dress or something. So I decided, okay, I was going to use the Pair and Stitch. But my question is this: could I have been able to use the Inigo Multi-Solution for the fashion designing? Because Inigo Multi-Solution is just like, I can use it for any kind of business I want. That's the name, the business name. So I don't know if you could advise, and if I can go for a business name for the fashion designing.
Thank you. So we allow Madam Mary to take the question. Over to you,
Okay.
Madam Mary.
All right. Thank you for the question.
Please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Thank you
Please,
for
can you change?
the
You are not audible. Can you change your position?
question.
Is it possible you change your position?
Now,
The network is
I
breaking.
would suggest. Can you hear me?
It's better now. It's better now. You can go ahead with the response now.
You're not audible. Yes. How about now?
Clear.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes.
It's better now. It's clear.
Oh, okay. Permit turn off my video. Let me see if that will help my network. So I was saying that I would suggest you get another name. You talked about pair and stitches. Okay. I was saying that for your fashion business, it speaks more talked about. You can save the Inigo for other businesses, general businesses, but pair and stitches. I mean, for me, even hearing pair and stitches is, the name sounds different. So I suggest you retain that pair and stitches for your fashion design, and then use Inigo for another business. Yes. And for Aliu, I was saying that you're welcome. For Aliu, I was saying that since you've started using that name already, and that name is really unique, I suggest you just find another word to add to it, to tweak it a bit and differentiate it from the already existing business.
Thank you.
I hope.
Do we need more questions? Do we still have any question again before we call it a day? Our time is fast spent. So thank you, Madam Facilitator, for this excellent presentation. We do appreciate you, and I have learned a lot from today's section. I've learned that business registration and product standardization is very essential for any serious entrepreneurs, because by doing that, it will give you an edge over your peer. And you've given us all the different process of going about it. You've also told us the different types of registration. You've mentioned several organizations, particularly Nigeria, the Standard Organization of Nigeria and NAFDAC are the two important organizations that engages in standardization and product registration. So, and you have advised that if any one of us have maybe challenges trying to register our company or trying to register our products, we should come around and you'll be able to assist and support. And I think with that, we have done very well today. So thank you, madam. And I believe that when next we call you, you'll also be available to answer us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you
you.
too. It was a pleasure being here, and definitely I'll come again when invited. Well
Thank you.
done.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am.